did our project on a game called Tien Len. It's the national card game of Vietnam. Although we weren't able to find the exact date of origin in Vietnam, we know that it was widely played during the Vietnam War, which was then the origins, I guess, here in the U.S. So in the mid-1960s, it can be started seeing to be played here, and there's many different names for it.
The game of Tien Len is translated meaning go forward, and here in the U.S. it is known as 13, Killer, Big Two, and a lot of times because of its origins in Vietnam or during the Vietnam War, it can be referred to as Viet Cong. It is a shedding type card game, meaning you want to kind of get rid of all your cards as you're going through the game.
Each player starts with 13 cards. Here we have them displayed in order from the lowest card to the highest card. Tien Len, you need to put the cards in order not only with their numbers but suits. So it goes spades, clovers, diamonds, and hearts.
So this is the suit order that is used in Tien Len on 13. The spades being the lowest, then the clovers, diamonds, and hearts. Basically ascending order. The red card is always higher than the black card, and diamonds are always higher than clovers, like that. So these are a few of the hands you can have in this card game. You can have pairs, three of a kind, four of a kind, and you can also have a straight of cards, basically 3 cards or more. The highest card is the 2, and the only way you can beat a 2 is by having a 2 of a higher suit. So if I played 2 of spades, the only cards that can beat that are these 3 cards right here. If someone played one of these 3. The 2 of hearts is the highest card of the game, and no other single card can beat that. And the only way you can beat a 2 is basically if you have something they call a pop killer. There's other names for it also, but basically you have to have three pairs in a row to beat it, or 4 of a kind. So here you can see I have 2 pairs, 2 tens, and 2 jacks. So if someone played a single 2, I could play this and it could beat it and beat my turn again. Also, they could play a 4 of a kind, which would also beat a single 2. Okay, so we're going to play a little game, a little experiment here. So at the start of the game, the person with the 3 of spades, or the card closest to that, would start out first. So you can see my hand here, and this is Lena's hand, from the highest to lowest. So her lowest card is a 5, my lowest card is the 3 of spades. So in the beginning, the person with 3 of spades goes first, so I have a pair of 3s, so I'm going to put those in first. So you wouldn't want to put down 1 3 because that would kind of punish you have an extra 3 just sitting there. And I can't do a straight because you have to have 3 cards at least to make a straight, and I have no 5. So right now, I put down a pair of 3s. So she would have to do a pair as well.
Higher than a 3.
Yeah, higher than a 3 to stay in the game, or otherwise she'd have to pass. So her move is to put a pair of 6s. So that beats mine, so now I have to put down a pair that is higher than 6s to keep playing.
Which would be
a pair of 8s. So it's still pairs, and for her to stay in, she has to play a pair of 8s, obviously, or a pair of 8s or higher. But these are the highest 8s, so she has to do a pair of 9s or higher. And she only has aces and queens. So
since I have a pair of queens, I guess I could play them, but the smartest move would be to wait and play my straight here. So I'm going to pass.
So now that she passes, I can basically do anything I want. Usually it's kind of a gamble to pass because you're hoping that they're going to put something down that you can beat, and hopefully you'll get control later and can put down whatever you want. So from now, I can basically do anything I want. But since the point of the game is to get rid of all your cards, you want to put down the lowest cards first, saving your higher higher cards for the end of the game. So, which would be the 2s. So right now, my goal is to get rid of basically my lowest cards. So she passed on pairs, making me think she has no more pairs left. So I'm going to go ahead and play a pair of 4s, get rid of my lower cards, and hopefully she would pass on those.
I would then pass in this situation because I would like to save my better cards for a more smarter move.
So it's up to me again what I would like to do, and this is my lineup. So I have 6, 7, just single cards, pair of 9s, a jack single card, and 2 2s. So from here, I'd probably play my lowest card again. So just the 6. So I'm making it single cards. So I put down a single 6, and so now it's her move. She has to put down a single card higher than a 6 of hearts, which would be a 7 or higher.
I would put down my 8.
So she has done 8 single card, which is obviously higher than my 7. So I can't put that down. Pair of 9s I want to save for pairs, so I'm not going to put those down. So I have a single jack, so that's my single card I'm going to put down. So it's her move.
I'm going to put down a 2 of diamonds,
Which is the second highest.
which is the second
2,
highest.
second highest card in the game. So from here, I would play a single card, which would be a 2 of hearts that could beat her. Since I don't have anything higher than that, I cannot beat her, so I would have to say pass. So it's her move. She can do whatever she wants.
I am going to play my straight. I'll just put it
Okay, so she plays straight, a 3-card straight. So for me to beat that, I would have to have a 3-card straight higher than that, basically, which I obviously do not have. So I would have to say pass again, and it's her move.
Since he is going to pass, I'm going to play my Queen of Hearts.
Okay, so she plays the Queen of Hearts. I look at my cards, and I know that I have to play soon because she only has a few cards left. So I'm just going to play my lower 2, to save my higher 2 for later, to beat her queen, hoping that she would pass. But if she doesn't, then she's still out of luck.
Well, since I'm lucky enough to have the 2 of Hearts, I'm going to play it.
And since that is the highest card in the game, I could obviously not beat it unless I had a special combo, but I don't have one, so I will explain that later, but I pass.
And now I'm playing my 3 aces.
So she has 3 aces, or 3 of a kind, and for me to beat that, I would have to have 3 2s, which is very unlikely, and I obviously don't. I have 1 2, pair of 9s, and a 7. So I would have to pass, and her last card
And
is...
then I would play my 5, and I have no cards, and I'm the winner.
So she wins.
And this would be my victory slip.